The Olympics are rapidly approaching on the track and field calendar, but if you run the 100-meter dash and you happen to be American, that is not your biggest concern right now, because you first have to qualify out of the Olympic trials in order to get there. And according to Justin Gatlin, it is even harder to pull that off than making the Olympics themselves, because America has so many fast men that we can't possibly send them all to the Olympics. And if you really want to know why it's so hard to qualify, it's because you don't just have to put up with the fastest pros. You also got to run with all the college kids. Noah Lyles has to be the favorite right now, because he's the reigning world champion in that event, and he famously skipped college and never looked back after it. But almost every other fast man in the 100 that America has did not do the same. In fact, during every single Olympic year, from 2008 all the way up until now, at least one college sprinter makes the USA final in the 100 or the 200. And in case you weren't paying attention, when Usain Bolt did what he does during the 2008 Olympics, Walter Dix was there in the final and got the bronze medal, just a few weeks after he had finished his collegiate season at Florida State. So we know that college sprinters actually matter and can take care of business when they get to the Olympic trials. The only real question is not will somebody get to the final, we just don't know who it's actually going to be yet. So here is a breakdown of the fastest American men who still happen to be wearing college uniforms right now. And they've already proven it, so much so that they're going to be at the Olympic trials. For the record, all of the times that I am referencing are win legal seasonal bests that prove that these college kids deserve to be at the trials as one of America's fastest men. Some of them were never really supposed to be this fast to begin with, and it definitely doesn't matter what division they happen to compete for anymore, because the lanes on a track don't discriminate. So forget about what uniform they're wearing whenever you see them, because the only thing that matters is whether or not they'll be wearing the red, white, and blue in Paris this summer. Patrick Iyamu runs for Oregon, and he's run 10.10 seconds up until this point in the outdoor season. He's also the last Pac-12 champion that we're ever going to have in the 100, at least for whatever the Pac-12 used to be. And if he can figure out how to run like that at the trials, he just might sneak his way into a final. But Kalen Walker runs for Iowa out of the Big Ten and ran 10.09 seconds during his first meet of the outdoor season. We know that he's one of the best starters in the entire NCAA, which is why he was an All-American indoors in the 60-meter dash. So we know that he's going to be way out in front in whatever heat he actually ends up in. The only question is, can he hold everybody else off? Yet Sam Blaskowski of the University of Wisconsin at La Crosse was under no circumstances ever expected to be this fast. He's gone 10.09 seconds and is the fastest man to ever compete in Division III. But this is not his first time competing at the USAs. He's done it indoors twice and outdoors last season. So all of that experience just might add up to him sneaking his way into the final. But if you're new here, I have to say thank you for even making it this far into the video. And I'm Coach Rob, the founder of SCArecruiting.com, where I rank the best high school track and field recruits in the entire nation. And if anything that I say actually connects with you, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe. But if I don't, just let me know in the comments section, because I try to read them all. Jamarion Stubbs of Alabama State competes out of the SWAC conference in Division I, and he's so overlooked by announcers that at the NCAA regional meet, they thought that he was somebody else when he was way out in front of his races. But he's gone 10.07 seconds earlier this season, which means that you gotta take him seriously if you see him on the starting line. Trenard Folsom competed this season for Indian Hills Community College, and he's technically not even the fastest man in JUCO, because that guy is already headed to the Olympics representing Zimbabwe. But he's gone 10.06 seconds earlier this season, which is why he's committed to Tennessee in the SEC conference, where all the fast sprinters actually are. But he's also booked his tickets to the Olympic trials, with a chance to sneak his way into the final. Yet Kai Cole of Norfolk State in the Division I MEAC conference is unique, because he technically didn't start off at the D1 level. He began his career in Division III at Wesley College. Back then, he became the indoor national champion in the 60-meter dash for Division III. But now, he's gone 10.05 seconds, and he's going to be on the starting line at the trials. And he's clearly not the only transfer to make it this far, because Zacchaeus Beard of Northwestern State in the Southland Conference used to compete for Langston University in the NAIA, For the record, it's kind of like the NCAA, but not. He's gone 10.04 seconds this season, so he's not only a threat at the NCAAs, but clearly a threat at the Olympic trials as well. Yet Miles Thomas runs for LSU, which almost always puts out them with the fastest sprinters that we're ever going to see at the college level. But he didn't start out there. He transferred there from Arkansas State. He only got fourth at the SEC championships early this season in the 100-meter dash. But that's only because two of the men who beat him are probably going to be at the Olympics representing another country. And the one American who did is higher than him on this list. And Lance Lang is not that man, but he did run 10.04 seconds earlier this season for Arkansas. He actually originally competed for Kentucky in the SEC. But now, he's going to be competing at the Olympic trials when this NCAA season is over. Yet Tamar McCallum of Tennessee is the fastest man in all of college this year, and it's really not close. He went 9.94 seconds earlier this year. Yes, he did that when legal, whether or not you know his name. He was always supposed to be this good because he was the fastest high school boy in the 100-meter dash in the class of 2022. And considering that he is now one of the top seeds heading into the trials, he has as good a shot as anybody to make it into the final and fight for a chance on Team USA. The truth is that none of the races that you run in order to get to the trials actually matter anymore because it's only one meet on one track with all the fastest men, so anything can happen. I have no idea if any of these college kids are going to pull it off, but what we do know is that history has already told us that at least one of them is going to get dangerously close. So when you watch the trials in the 100-meter dash, I highly advise that you don't pay much attention to the uniforms that any of the athletes are wearing, because like I said before, the lanes on the track don't discriminate, and neither does the Olympic Committee apparently. Because if a college kid can figure out how to make a final, and then go top 3 when they get there, they are going to be on a long plane ride to Paris this summer. SCA track and field gear is here. Fast is a lifestyle, and what you wear should reflect that. Order yours at scarecruiting.com/shop or use the link in the description below. It's a huge support to me and this channel, so I can continue to make you more content like this. And remember, it is always greatly appreciated if you would please like and subscribe.